Dogs getting in some training just in case they're called out to help save lives. Tanner Franti from the Loveland Ski Patrol is here with us, and his dog Zuma, the patrol dog Zuma, is also here to tell us about a new program called the Avalanche Deployment Program. And Tanner, thanks for coming in this morning. And myself and a backcountry skier, I know why this is important. But this goes way beyond just skiing inbounds, right? Because you have a lot of side country right next to Loveland Ski Area. Why is this program important?
Well, absolutely, Chris. So the Zuma here and I were here with Loveland and also with the CRAD program, stands for the Colorado Rapid Avalanche Deployment Team. And the mission of CRAD is to not only monitor those ski areas for which each team works, but also, just as you mentioned, the side country, the back country. We're finding, those backcountry uphill skiers becoming more and more popular. Equipment, technology in that field is becoming cheaper, lighter weight. So we're finding a lot of people going out of bounds, out of ski areas through backcountry access gate points, driving up highways, parking, and just getting out in those areas where there's not avalanche mitigation, where patrols don't control any of that side country area. So it's a much higher risk sport to get into when you start skiing out of bounds.
So to me, when I think about this situation, I think, okay, time. Time is really one of the most important things. If something happens, it takes a while for search and rescue to get organized, but you guys are already there at the resort. Is that one of the things that you're thinking about?
Absolutely. So one of the great strengths of CRAD and one of the big things we train on every month and every year is our rapid deployment we partner with Flight for Life Colorado, mostly out of their Frisco, St. Anthony's Hospital there. So what we do with them is we have teams ready to go every day, every morning. They check in, and if there's a side country, back country avalanche, and we need to get those people inserted as soon as possible, you're talking about minutes, and the survivability curve starts to drop.
Absolutely.
So we want to get those dog teams in. We send in a dog with a dog handler, as well as an avalanche tech. The avalanche tech, their role is to kind of work with those avalanche transceivers, avalanche beacons that are really becoming really top of the line equipment these days as well.
So Tanner, my final question is, and this is Zuma, beautiful dog right here, absolutely beautiful. So the question is, how good is Zuma compared to a transceiver? When you respond to one of these situations, you assume somebody has a transceiver on, but how good is Zuma at finding that person through the snow?
So the dogs are phenomenal through the snow, and in an instance where an individual may not be wearing a transceiver, the dog is really the only chance they have to get out within that survivability time period. We train the dogs in multiple burials. You're talking a site roughly the size of a football field with 2 to 3 live burials, and when we test the dog, they need to clear that entire scene under 20 minutes. And the good dog, Zuma's 5 years old. He's been doing it for a while. And some of the other really high drive dogs that have been doing it, we do that about half the time. So you're talking
Nice.
10 or 12 minutes to clear that field. And typically, that first alert that the dog sends out, it's pretty exciting to see because they can do that within seconds or within the first few minutes.
That's really wonderful. That's good to know, because time is just so important in accidents like that. So Tanner, thank you for coming in with Zuma.
Absolutely.
Toby's also here with Dustin Schaefer, your good friend from Loveland Ski Area.
Right.
So thanks again, guys, for coming in.
Absolutely, Chris. Thank you.
Yeah, all right, you guys, back to you.
Thanks, Zuma.
Yeah, well, Zuma found Tanner.
Nice.
A great program and all the work they do. He says they're always training.
Always training.
Always
Good stuff. Hey, folks, the weekend is nearly upon us, and you know what that means.